Thank you for watching this video entitled Setting Up Your Favorites in Safest eTrips Mobile. This video assumes that you have downloaded Safest eTrips and have obtained your username and password from the ACCSP. It also assumes that you have successfully logged into eTrips and are now ready to set up your favorites. If you haven't downloaded the eTrips mobile app, or if you don't have a Safest username and password, then stop here and watch the previous training videos which will walk you through these steps. If you have already logged in, then let's go and set up your favorites. From the home screen, select Favorites in the bottom right-hand corner. Then click on Select License. This will show you your list of licenses that have been downloaded from the ACCSP database. You will set up favorites for each of these licenses. First, we will take a look at the favorite categories that we will set up for each license, these being species, gear, waters fished, ports, and dispositions. In this example, we will set up the favorites for our first license, the one labeled NIMS NER Fed. Start by clicking on the Species tab. Then click on each species you would like to add to your favorites. You will see that once clicked, they will be highlighted. You can change this list at any time, so don't worry if you forget one, because you can add it later. To remove a species from your favorite list, just click on the highlighted species and the yellow highlight will disappear and it will no longer become one of your favorites. Next, set up your gears by clicking on the Gears tab. Select your gear type. Remember, each license will need to have a gear type set up. Next, click on Waters Fished. If you fish from both state and federal waters under this license, then you must set up both state and federal favorites for waters fished. Scroll down and pick the state waters that you fish in. Then click on the green button next to the state, and this will show you your options for federal waters. Now click on Ports. You can choose as many ports as you wish. By default, these ports are sorted by their proximity to you. If you wish to turn this feature off, just tap on the Sort by Proximity button and this will sort the ports by state. Once you have finished setting up your ports, click on the Dispositions tab. The disposition is what you will do with your catch. The dispositions may vary by license, so choose the disposition that best matches what you will do with your catches. Before we move on, I wish to reiterate that you must set up your favorites that we just walked through for each of your licenses. Although this may be cumbersome the first time you install the app, it will allow quicker data entry going forward. Lastly, let's look at some of the other tabs on the Favorites page. These being Licenses, Vessels, and Dealers. First, click on the Licenses tab. This will show you all of the licenses that the ACCSP or your state has on record for you. You cannot make changes to this license information, but you can change the name of a license to something that you will remember. For instance, if I want to change the license RIFH333 to My For Hire license, I would click in the box labeled Name and type in My For Hire license. If you are part of a research set-aside program for this license, enter that number here. If you are not part of a research set-aside program, then just leave it blank. Remember, you don't have to change the name of any of your licenses, but this is an option that is available to you if you wish to. Next, click on Vessels. If your boat has a federal permit, you can search in this box by the name of the vessel or by its federal permit number. In this example, I am searching for a federally permitted vessel named the Mary D2. As I type in the name of this boat, it will appear in the list. Click on it and then double check to make sure it is correct by looking at the permit and the Coast Guard number. Then make sure the Show as a Favorite button is green. Next, let's look at setting up a state permitted vessel. If you don't have a state permitted vessel, then you can sit back while we quickly walk through this. To set up a state vessel, tap on the plus sign next to state vessels. You will notice the boxes to the right are now displayed. Type in the name of the boat and, if applicable, the Coast Guard and the state reg number. Again, make sure the Show as a Favorite button is green. There's currently no Save button on this page, but don't worry, your information has been saved. To check your work, you can click on a different tab, then click back on the vessels, and you will see your state vessels in your list. Your federal vessels have been saved also, but this does not show on the page. Future updates to the application will make changes to this page so that it is a little bit more intuitive and user-friendly. Lastly, let's look at the Dealer tab. If you do not sell your catch, you do not have to add any dealers. This means that you are done with setup and you can sit back and take it easy while we quickly go through the Dealers tab. To set up a dealer to sell your catch to, while on the Dealers tab, click on the Add New button in the upper right-hand corner. You will then see the boxes appear below. Type in the name of your dealer, then enter in the dealer's permit number, and finally, the agency that provides the permit to your seafood dealer. If you don't know the permit number or the issuing agency for your dealer, just ask them, and they should know this information. To add an issuing agency, click on the Select State box, and then pick the issuing agency from the drop-down menu. Click on your choice in the list, and a check mark will appear next to your choice. Click Save in the upper right-hand corner. To see your dealer's name appear in the list, just quickly click on another tab, and then click back on the Dealers tab, and you will see your dealer appear in the list. You can add as many seafood dealers as you wish, just by clicking on the Add New button. You can turn them on or off in your favorites just by clicking on the Show as Favorite button. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the setup of your favorites. Remember that the species, gears, waters fished, ports, and dispositions will be set up for each license that you fish under. You can now click Done in the upper left-hand corner to go back to your home page. This concludes our training video for setting up your favorites in eTrips Mobile. This application is continually being updated based on feedback from the fishermen. We understand there was always room for improvement, and we are working to make the application better all the time. We welcome your feedback. Please send your comments or questions to feedback@accsp.org. Thanks again for watching this training video, and I encourage you to watch the next training video in the series entitled Setting Up Your Fishing Trip.